Hi guys, welcome and welcome back. This channel is shared and run by two sisters, so I'll be your host, Star, and Happy New Year's. We are 2+ months into the new year, and here is my first video of 2024. I'll get into why, but today we have something new for the channel, or at least for videos I make on here. We're scrapbooking. I'm editing this slowly, so no fast cuts, no sped up parts. Some ambiance of the original sound might peek through the voiceover if I decide not to mute it. So overall, just slow, cozy, art date so yeah, draw along with me if you will. I started scrapbooking this year. I got my first set for Christmas from my twin sister, Jen. Then I bought 2 more sets by myself with other types of designs and color schemes and patterns and things like that. And this one right here in the video is the second one that I bought. And I'm finally opening this in March. And I'm pretty sure I bought this in January. So I'll get into what I do with the scrapbook and all of that when we get there. But for now, I'm going to talk about some various things. But I want to mention what I've been doing since the year started with my art first. So this video was supposed to be done within the first week of January, but on December 29th, I got my right side wisdom teeth taken out, top and bottom. And then January 12th, I got the left side top and bottom taken out. So 2 weeks apart between each of the surgeries, I guess. And then even the weeks after, I was still recovering from that. It was oh my God, I got trauma. I had to keep going back to the dentist. I had another procedure done because my gums were oh, I can't. Anyways, but it hurt to talk. And while at some point I was able to talk, but not for a long periods of time, I decided to prioritize filming stuff for our second channel, Gen Star, that my twin sister and I own and share and whatever. It's a commentary review channel. And I did a video with my sister at the beginning of the year to celebrate 700 subs at the time. Now we're 1,000, over 1,000, 1,040, I think. Literally, we said, we're coming up on 4 years since starting that channel, and I would never have imagined even hitting 500 subs. So the fact that we hit 700 and then now we're over 1,000 is literally it's what? I don't know. But after doing that 700 sub video, I released another video by myself sometime after. And then I started working on my second video, which would be the 4th video overall on the channel so far this year. But I'm stuck in copyright jail right now with that. So I don't know. We'll see where that goes. Okay, guys. So quick update. I figured it out. The video is still copyrighted, which it sucks. It just sucks. But at least the video isn't blocked worldwide. That was an issue. But I managed to figure out the blocking issue, and it's just gonna end up staying copyrighted, I guess. I don't know. There's nothing else I could do. I've been figuring it out, but there's nothing else I could do. So yeah, let's just get back into the program. But we did it, boys. Let's go. So I do more videos on here than over on the other channel anyways, or that's just how it's really been the last a year 2 years. My last video on the other channel was, I think, back in the summer. It was June-ish. So I'm glad I got to do something over there, and I hope to do more very soon. When I was ready to make videos on here again, school ended up starting, and I'm a junior. Things are a little bit crazy right now. But now that we're a little over a month into the school year, things have settled, and I'm ready to be making videos again. Not a freaking pace, but when it comes, it will come to me. One thing last year has taught me was that my art block allowed me to allocate my time elsewhere with other hobbies like video games, reading, writing, etc. And now that it's slowly becoming warmer, I can physically spend my time elsewhere than just home and school again, without freezing. So I think that's why I'm not gonna rush things. I need to take a look at what I have done so far on this channel, what I have done so far in regards to my art and art making process, and just reevaluate everything. I actually started to do this recently. like a couple of days ago, and maybe I'll make it into a video once I'm done to show my steps. But what I've done, or what I've started so far, is to like go on Pinterest and other social media platforms and make a board of styles and techniques that I want to keep in mind with my art. It's not really like styles like, oh, I want to draw an eye this specific way or a nose this specific way or XYZ. It's mainly like coloring techniques, because that's what I feel like I need to improve in, at least right now. Nothing I want to directly copy, but seeing what I can implement, because I feel like whenever I get stuck in my art, changing something is always beneficial to me, even if it's like really small. I did this back in 2022 and it helped me so much. And so now we're coming on like 2 years post then, and I'm not doing like a major overhaul in terms of like techniques in coloring styles or whatever that I did 2 years ago, but some slight changes I'm going to like implement now that I think should help me get better in the future, because it did 2 years ago and I think it's going to help me again now. So yeah. So with that said, let's take a look at what my goals for this year will be. So alongside the 2 videos that I did on our other channel, I did manage to record what my goals for 2024 was going to be. Usually I do like this whole 2024 like video in the beginning of the year. At least for the last couple of years I've been doing this, but I didn't have time to edit anything. And so now I'm re-recording at least that portion of what I originally did and putting it into here, because I just didn't like what I had before. Not in terms of the goals, just the way I did everything ended up like recording and stuff like that, because I did it when I was having my wisdom teeth pain. And so yeah, I just didn't like it. So I'm reworking things because they needed to be done. So yeah, but for the most part my goals are the same or similar usually every year, for 2 reasons. One, because of consistency and constant improvement. If I focus on the same thing every year and put active focus on that, it will just continue to get better from the last. And 2, because I put it down as a goal and never do it right or make an effort, and so I have to push it for next year and then continue to push it for next year again. So I'm trying to get better at that, but that's just what ends up happening. So yeah, you get it. Let's dive right into the goals. Although this year I want to focus on things and like taking things slowly and creating less stress for myself, I do want to recognize that I have to add a little bit of pressure to myself or I'll just stay stagnant. My first goal is to include backgrounds in my art. While I will make sure that my characters aren't just standing in a void of color, so I'll have like maybe a patterned background or something funky going on. I want to improve on that aspect as well. I still want to ensure that I'm not cheapening out and actually putting them in a setting. I'll show some examples from 2023 of what I mean here. So on the left, you'll see something funky and graphic in regards to the background. And that's still something that I want to get better at. And then the other art has has my characters in a setting. And it doesn't really have to be anything elaborate or detailed. As long as a vague idea is shown, then to me that's okay, because that shows that I'm making some sort of effort. And then you start vague and then you can only go up from there, hopefully. Yeah. Along with the background goal, my second one is doing more final illustrated pieces. I won't stop doing character work, like character design stuff, clothing, drawing outfits and things like that, because that's what I find the most fun about art. But if I want to actually make a comic, given that's been my dream for so long to do so, I need to get better at having an environment and having the characters interact with it. Or maybe it doesn't have a concrete background, but the piece itself can still tell a story. We're already in the 3rd month, so I can't be like 1 piece per month now, like totaling 12 by the end of the year. Yeah, I can't do that. So maybe a good solid 7, 8 plus pieces from now on to the end of the year. Once we get there, we'll see how much I end up actually doing. My third goal is doing more traditional art. This is one of those goals that is all about consistency. I do traditional art. I like working in my sketchbook, and I want to do more. I want to explore more when it comes to working in my sketchbook, because I go back and forth doing the same type of stuff in there. So exploring more like scrapbooking is something I want to continue this year. Maybe think of layout designs, work with mediums I rarely touch, draw things I never have drawn before, stuff like that. For the main part, that is my art goals that will help like actively elevate and evolve like my art skills through patience and a lot of practice. I have two more goals that aren't just specific to art. My fourth being to collaborate more with my sister on this channel, and my fifth being to have fun and not to stress. Art started off as a form of healing for something that occurred back in 2019/2020 for me. Now it's more than just art therapy for me at this point, but a passion that I want to continue for as long as I can. But I don't want to force myself into like an everlasting art block because that can happen. If I can make art, I want to make art. If I'm up to it, then I'll do it. I don't have any obligation when it comes to creating, so no deadlines means I can take my time and actually have fun with it. Even if I'm trying to turn something into a video, I don't need to rush and give myself a deadline of something like weekly. Unlike 2022 or the beginning half of 2023, I'm not able to do weekly videos like I used to, or even bi-weekly. So I won't go like months apart from videos because I actually do like making videos, but I won't rush on a deadline I set for myself, and then end up internally getting upset because I didn't meet it. It's like, who's forcing me to do that? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Now, I do have some Delulu art goals, if you will. Things I want to focus on, but it may or may not happen. It is what it is. So, goals like releasing the first chapter of my webcomic. I have been talking about wanting to do a webcomic for so long on the channel, and I've talked about different ideas and have not put anything into existence. I was close to doing it last year, but I needed to do like a writing overhaul, a very mini one at the time. But at the end of last year for a class, I ended up creating a children's book. That was not on my bingo card, my bingo plans for 2023, but it is something that happened, and so production had to stop for my comic because I can't like draw both at the same time. My sister and I recently had a writing session. We both usually my have sisters and I will pick a room, listen to some music or ambiance or whatever, and then do whatever we need to get done. It doesn't necessarily have to be like writing for a story. It could just be homework or just like being each other's present, stuff like that. So my twin sister and I, we recently had this little session, and so we worked on our individual stories together and did some lore building, world building, character building stuff, talked about where we felt stuck, gave each other ideas to help fix or help the process of fixing what was causing us to be stuck or confused. My sister helped me a lot, so I'm in the process of rewriting the 8-ish, 10-ish chapters that I had prior. So yeah, we're back in the early stages, so we'll see what I end up managing to do this year, considering that like obviously I'm in school, but I'm gonna really try my best here. Other Delulu goals that I have is making money from my art, passive or active. I have been trying for years to help build some extra income, especially since I'm graduating college next year. My sister and I reopened our online shop this past Friday, March 1st. Yeah, I think. So we released some like productivity based organizers, templates, planners in like different formats, and then printable memo pad designs for artists, other types of content creators, or like for your personal life use and habits. Something that we use that we thought, you know, it was worth to share. I'll explore more with digital products throughout the year, and then maybe when I'm ready again, I'll probably open up my commission and just pray to the art gods that I get something. Okay, so that was my main goals and my extra Delulu goals, and that's out of the way. Very, very quickly, let's review what my last year goals were and then whether or not I completed them. Last year, my first goal was to do more illustrations. I think I succeeded with that. I had a good balance of art, like character stuff and then fully rendered pieces, or like what I would consider my fully rendered pieces. My second goal was to do traditional art. I completed that with how much I worked in my sketchbook, especially in the later half of the year. My third goal from last year was to have at least one chapter of my webcomic to come out. While I didn't have anything come out, I did get farther than other projects where I have art to go along with what I'm actually planning. And I think the children's book can count as at least some sort of product that came out in terms of like art mixed with storytelling. So yeah, while I didn't actually complete this goal, I am happy with where I'm at. My fourth goal from last year was to improve on my backgrounds. I would say this was somewhat completed. Like, I have pieces where my characters aren't just in a void, but this is definitely something that I want to get better at. And then my fifth goal was to have breaks and have fun, and I would also check that goal as completed for sure. Let's wrap up this video a little bit and actually talk about what you are watching on the screen. This is my second attempt at scrapbooking, the first being in my bullet journal set up earlier this year. I have a TikTok on it, and I'm pretty sure I probably reposted it on Shorts, so you can find it on the channel. I knew going in that I wanted to draw alongside the scrapbook or maybe on top of it, and so I just glued things down, and the rest kind of just came to me while I was cutting the brown paper. I thought of a door, and then I was like, okay, cool. I got a door, like, what else? And then I was like, okay, fine. Drawing like bushes and then flowers went along with the kind of the color scheme that I had here, and I think it fit this idea of like a garden door. Other than using a mechanical pencil for the sketch, I used my Tammet markers for the coloring. These markers have been a godsend for me. So many of my favorite traditional pieces or art making process are colored with just this or alongside my Arteza alcohol markers. This isn't like the best piece to really show the use of these markers, but I really like them, and I'm so grateful for my little sister buying these for me. Overall, this whole session was just great. It was peaceful. It took like an hour and a half. The lighting did go bad at the end because I started recording too late. But I think regardless, I think overall went well, and I just really liked the process, and I want to do more again soon. I don't know, I always like starting a new medium, getting really excited about it, and then continue using it, especially a medium that I was scared to ever touch. Like, markers were that for me for so long, and then now I just, like, all my illustrations in my sketchbook, I have to always now color them with marker. Or it's not all of them, but a good amount. And so now I think scrapbooking is going to be this like thing for me as well, and I have enough scrapbook to last me a couple of years now, so I'm excited. Now, before we wrap up this video, I wanted to share what I'm thinking about doing for future videos. Earlier this year, I had a goal for the month of January to post to post every day, aside from the weekends. I couldn't do YouTube videos because a lot of the posting that I had for that challenge were YouTube videos, like 3 videos a week, 5 videos a week, things like that. So yeah, I couldn't do YouTube videos because I couldn't really talk with my wisdom teeth pain. So I did some TikToks and cross-posted that elsewhere. And then I did a lot of reposting old art on like Instagram, Twitter, and stuff like that. And yes, I still call it Twitter. I don't care. I will faithfully still call it Twitter, at least for now. I can't call it X. I can't. Anyway, I can. I don't want to. But yeah, I do want to reattempt the challenge with posting more new content. So maybe in April or another month, I'll do that again. We'll see. I had a lot of videos planned for that, and I'm really excited to work on those videos soon. So possibly I'll just take those videos from the challenge and then just do them now, I guess. And then whenever I decide to do that challenge again, I gotta think of new video ideas. So I don't know, that'll be fun. I want to also work on comic related videos. Do like concept, character, and world building stuff for my comic and like make those into videos. Maybe it will hold me accountable. Like, if I'm sharing my characters, I obviously have to actually do something with them. I don't know. Or maybe I can also include my comic characters, my various comic characters from all types of stories in unrelated like comic videos, so I can just draw them and explore them more often. I don't know, it's all a little bit vague for now, but like I said, I have like a good 20 plus video ideas from that challenge that I could rework and start releasing when I get around to them. So I think we're going to start there, and then we're going to see what ends up happening this year as a whole. So yeah, this is it. Nothing too special, but thank you for tagging along with me. I hope you got some drawing done, maybe some homework done, or maybe you just need some like reassuring vocal presence. And so I'm glad that I was that for you. I think we have some time left in the video. Honestly, like, I usually like record these as I'm watching what I'm like, what as I'm watching the video, so I know like what matches up and stuff, but I'm not doing that this time. I think we have some time left in the video. If we do, I will just peacefully put some music in the background as the video comes to an end. I don't know. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tagging along with me. I hope you got some art done during this time, like I said. If not, that is okay. But here's to another year. I really hope it's a good one. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. It really means a lot. Jen and I will see you guys next time. Have an amazing day. Stay safe, stay warm. Peace. Bye, guys.